All right, today we're going to build all the parent functions we're going to use throughout the year into Desmos. That way you can always refer back and see like where it all starts, right? So we'll just go to desmos.com and we'll go to graphing calculator. And then again, just make sure you're signed in, like it'll have your name right over here once you sign in. Okay, and what we are going to do is we're going to save this graph as parent functions. Okay, and I'm actually going to put a 1 by mine because I already have parent functions, but you don't have to do that. So just save it as parent functions. And so you save it, and then we're going to start building this. Okay, and so I'm going to show you how to build probably one, and then we will figure it out from there. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to add a folder. So I'm going to have a lot of different, I'm going to have about 8 different equations. So I'm going to add a folder, and then notice like this icon right here to the left, it's got a folder. So this is my folder, and I'm just going to type in here the name of the function that we are working with. So this is going to be a linear function. Okay, and so I can toggle this. You'll see what happens here in just a second. But then that's my folder. It's just kind of a way to label what's underneath that. And so then the next line, I'm going to actually put in the equation for a linear function, which is y equals x. And you should see this graph appear. Okay, and what I want to do is I want to do this twice because I want to make a table of values for the second one. So I've done the equation twice, and then with the second equation, I'm going to convert to a table. Okay, and you can kind of see dots start forming right here. And so that's all I need. Okay, I can do more points if I wanted to, but that's really, I just want to be able to see kind of where the dots are connecting. Okay, what I like to do and what I did before is I kind of changed the color. So I hit this again, this little edit list, and I think I kept, I just made the line black, and then I made these dots red. Okay, and notice it has a line, so I can turn off the line and it'll just keep the points. Okay, so I like to toggle and turn off the line so that it's just the points in red, and then the rest of the line is in black. And then I just hit done. Okay, now I need to make sure both of these are underneath or in my folder. Right now they are not, so I click and drag over here. You see where it gives me that that cross with those arrows. So I click and hold, and then I kind of just drag it to where I kind of click up to the folder, and then it forms that line. So if you guys can see that line form, that's when I know it's underneath the folder. So I just let go, and I do the same thing for this. I click and drag until I see the line. And so now both of these are underneath my linear function folder. And so whenever I hit the drop down menu, I can see what's inside of it. Okay, and then if I just click on this folder, it'll toggle that function on or off. Okay, and so what I like to do is I like to create it. It should look like this, and then I go ahead and toggle it off. And then what I would do for the second one is I would create another folder. This one, absolute value function. And then again, I'm going to do y equals the absolute value of x. Okay, and then I can just copy and paste this. Paste, convert this one to a table. Okay, and again, I'm going to edit, and I'm going to change that to black. I'm going to change this. I'm going to toggle the lines off, and then I want those points red. Again, you can kind of choose whatever color you want, but I did a black line with red dots just so it stands out fairly well. And then you just hit done, and then again click and drag and make sure that's underneath the absolute value folder. And then again, I can toggle it on or off. And so now I can just kind of go back and toggle on the functions that I have so that I can see really quick what that function should look like. Okay. And then of course, when you're finished, you'll hit save. And so this is what it kind of should look like at the end. You'll have these functions again, and I can toggle on and off what those look like. And these are all the parent functions. A parent function is just where our functions begins, the simplest form of that function. So all lines are based off of this first line right here. This is the most basic line that we have, and then obviously we can move things up, down, left, or right, and slant everything. So this is where it all begins, right? So I want you guys to make sure that you have the rest of these functions in there. I went ahead and gave you the name, and then I gave you the function in blue that you'll enter into Desmos. And if you need help during class, just please ask.